Hey guys, can everybody hear me okay? If you can, please do type in the chat and just make sure if you can hear me okay, see all the screen share, if everything's clear, let me know. Alright, thank you. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. So if you haven't been on my channel before, we do stock trading, swing trading, day trading, investing with stocks and options. So head over to my YouTube channel, it's Pinnacle Trading right here. I'm sure you've already been on here. So and we also have our website, pinnacletrading.us. If you haven't already joined the membership, well, we'll go over that later on, but we do have 1 week free trial if you head over down to the bottom here. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into today. We're going to be talking about some advanced trading techniques, looking at swing trades, investing as well. But the main thing I want to focus on is the trades that I'm looking for next week that will be coming up. So I'll be doing a video on this separately later on this evening. It will go live. But right now, the stocks that I'm looking at, the first one, let's go ahead and look at BAC, that's Bank of America. So let's do a quick recap on this. So we've seen this come down, break the pattern below 30, and that was the big support as we've seen throughout recently. So hovering around 30, every time it's hitting that bottom, it's been bouncing back up. Let's go ahead and look at the chat. Alright, so looks like we're all good, people on here. Alright, so let's go ahead back into it. So we've seen break below 30, and we've seen that support break. So if we go back into the yearly chart, you can see that clear manipulation or drop before earnings, whatever you want to call it, by the market makers and Wall Street. Every time it comes back down to that 30 area, it's been breaking that support, coming back down, and shares have been picked up again and again. So we've seen the first, let's go right here, we've seen that drop come back up after earnings. We've seen that drop come back up. That's when markets were great, and we've seen that correction start on February 4th of this year, 2018. We've seen markets come back up. So that one doesn't really count over there, but we've seen that drop before earnings, and again, drop before earnings here. And right now we're seeing that drop before earnings. So where do you think it's going to go next time? It's going to go up. So this is a solid stock to hold for long term, not just for the stock itself, but for the company itself, for what it does. I use it myself. It's been great customer service, great everything with a credit card, all of that. But I'm mainly looking at what the company is doing, how they're expanding, and you can see the overall growth on this is alright, let's let it load. Alright, let it settle down. Okay, you can see the max chart on this. We've seen a great solid upward movement on this. So that's what you want to look for, and you also want to look at the dividend growth on this as well. So that's what we've seen on this max chart. And let's go ahead back into the shorter chart. So let's go back into the yearly chart. Just lagging a little bit. Alright. So looking at this, I've been doing more Fibonacci retracement lately. So let's go ahead and load up that script. So yearly chart, we can see, let's turn on the bubbles, on price bubbles on this one. Sorry guys, computer's lagging a little bit here. Let's let this load back up. Gonna give it a moment, just let it load back up, let it buffer. Sorry about that, guys. So wasn't buffering, my mouse died. Alright, let's go ahead and back into that. So Fibonacci, I'm going to turn on the price bubble so that's easier to see that. And if you're a member, I did post a script in the members chat room. So once you get the membership, I'll start giving out free script, that's Thinkorswim scripts. Let's go ahead and turn on the price bubbles on this. Show that one. So what this is going to do is, I didn't say this last time, but it's going to show the price bubbles on the right, as you're going to see in a moment. So let's go ahead and apply that. Alright, so sorry about that. So it's buffering, mouse died, we're back good now. Okay, so looking at this Fibonacci retracement, usually when it breaks at 38.2, it wants to come down to the 50%, 61.8%, and then bounce back up. So we're seeing that test right here at that 38.2%. Now heading for that 50%, but also make sure it's a whole dollar support at 29. So it's whole dollar before below 30. So following a dollar drop right there, that's where you want to look at a big bounce. So whether it's going to bounce off the 29 or if it's going to break down all the way to the 61.8, we don't know yet. So that's what we're looking for. That's why in the chat room I called out the option alert as a spread, because we want to trade that up and down. So looking at the options alert, so this is for the memberships. This is how we do the alerts, entry, exit. So I called out, I posted a screenshot from Robinhood, that a trade that I took. This was for the 31 call and sell, and 29 call for the long. So if we go ahead and come back into Thinkorswim, so it's just lagging just a little bit, guys. So the mouse is lagging a little bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and see. We see that 50% bounce. So I don't see it coming back down all the way there. I don't see it selling off that much. Again, I picked up a small call for next week, looking for a bounce back from a 29.50 area all the way up to that 30.5 area. So that's what I'm looking for next week. Again, earnings on this one are mid-October. So let's go ahead and get back into this. Yeah, not sure what's going on, but I think it's a stream. It's making my mouse lag just a little bit here. So earnings are October 15th. Same thing with let's go ahead and look at JPM. I'm going to see the same Fibonacci action right here. So we've seen that testing that 38.2 coming down to there. That big $5 support is going to be that 110 area. So we're going to look to see if you can break that 112, that whole dollar support, the mid support between 23.6 and 38.2% on the Fibonacci, and see if it can come down, test to 110. So I haven't alerted the calls on this yet, since every time it gets that earnings, it gets that big pop and then dump at after the earnings. So if you want to collect premium, it's a good time to pick it up early on, and then sell it before earnings. But I'll wait for the drop below 112, see if it tests 110, makes a big bounce back, then it should be bouncing back up. Again, going back into my scripts, this one that I coded, the 200 SMA is testing at that 111.80. So Fibonacci is between right there on that 30.2%. So let's see if we can bounce back down to there. And the other one, big one I'm looking at, is PayPal. This just broke 50 SMA. So let's zoom in a little bit on this. This is a 30-day action, and let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit more on this chart. Again, my mouse is lagging a little bit, guys, so forgive me for that. Let's go ahead and look at the 180-day chart. So looking at the questions that someone asked, so how much does it cost to get Thinkorswim account? The Thinkorswim is completely free. So all you need is just normally how we'd sign up for a broker account. It's completely free. So Thinkorswim actually, you can get all these charts and all these scripts just as you code them completely free, and using it is all free as well. There's no minimum deposit. I did a Thinkorswim in-depth review if you want to check it out on my channel. So for that, you can use the mobile app or even the desktop platform completely free. So if you want to trade on that, commissions are $6.95 per trade. If you trade, if you're a big trader, you can negotiate with them to bring that commission rate down. But if you just want to use it for charting, just as a tools, it's completely free. So just want to answer that question before we get back into the chart. Alright, so next one we're looking at was PayPal. So looking at the 1-year chart on this, you can see testing, breaking that 50 SMA, looking for it to bounce off 85, worst case. But again, if it does come back down below, it's going to be testing that 200 SMA. Again, this is a solid stock. You can see so far in the previous pattern, it's been bouncing off the 50 SMA. Worst case, if it has a big pullback, testing that 200 SMA and bouncing back here. So let's go ahead and look at the Fibonacci retracement on that. So looking at that 23.6, so whenever something bounced off 23.6, it's been a solid support. That means strong growing stock. So we're seeing that steady growth on this, but worst case, it's going to be coming down to that 85 area between that 23.6 and 38.2% on the Fibonacci. So once we see that, we also have earnings coming up within the next month and dividend payout as well. So if that goes through, sorry, not the dividend payment, I meant the earnings. So if that goes through, then that should be pushing it up as well. Again, this had a lot of great upgrades in the past month or so, and it's been called as a safe haven, just like Visa and MasterCard. If we go ahead into Visa, see it's solid. It's been staying above that 23.6, steady grower. Same with MasterCard as well. So it's been a safe haven, but more newer stock, came out within the last 10 years. So that's why it's getting close to that Visa, MasterCard steady growth area. So those are the 3 that I'm looking at. Again, I made a separate video on these that I'm looking for. They'll go out live later this evening. But those are the 3 that I want to do a quick analysis on. So right now, I'll leave it open to you guys to see which stocks that you're interested in. So if you have any that you want me to analyze, go ahead and post that in the chat right here, and then we can go ahead and analyze those together. Just want to see if you guys can hear me okay, if everything's clear on the video, if it's still buffering or lagging or anything. So again, I'm leaving it open just 1-2 minutes to see if you guys have any stocks that you want me to take a look at and analyze myself. We can go ahead and do that on the live stream, look at Thinkorswim. And again, just to answer that question, Thinkorswim is free to use and free to open the account. There's no charge. They don't charge anything. They only charge for the trading for stocks, options, ETFs, whatever you want to trade. They actually do have a big list of ETFs, one of the biggest ones for ETFs that you can trade with no commissions, but the account to use it is completely free. I love using Thinkorswim. They have great chart setups on there. let's go ahead and jump back in. So looking at a market recap, let's go back and load up the scripts. And you can see a yearly chart. I love to follow S&P 500 just because it's a great, contains more than 80% of the market, and a lot of stocks on there, big, ranging from small cap, mid cap to large cap and more, and ETFs as well. So again, I was talking about the market correction in the previous videos, and again, we've seen articles come out saying CEOs are selling off stocks, they're taking profits in billions. So expect a market correction or a big pullback coming up soon, closer to the end of the year, or maybe again in January, February, once people sell it for the tax purposes or so. So we've seen this last year. If we come back, we've seen that steady growth, huge bull run, markets making all-time highs almost like every month or so, and then we see a big drop that came down here in the February. So it started on February 4th, and then markets settled for about a few months into April, May, and then they didn't start coming back up and testing over that 200 SMA and falling back up slowly. We're seeing that less jumps up and down on the volatile region. So coming back up, steady growing right now. We're still in that big run, but again, looking for a market correction coming closer to end of the year or next year. I say that because if you look at the pattern we've seen from January and February, it's a very similar pattern. So we've seen that up, and huge movement upwards, and then we've seen it not come down, not come below that 50 SMA. So whenever you see that EMA, that's the yellow line pointing upward and keep going up, and you see a big downward movement like we've seen right here in February, that's where you want to be careful when you see that. And whenever you see that RSI over in the red, over in the overbought region, the 70, and that's where you want to be careful, and it's going to be a big drop. But so far we haven't seen that. That's why I'm saying we're not going to see that big of a pullback. Maybe a pullback to about 280 to 285 at the most. Don't see it going below that. Don't see it going below the 200 SMA at that 275. But I'm looking for a pullback down to 280 at the most. So that's my market analysis on that. Again, guys, not sure what's going on with the internet so far today. Been a little laggy. So again, I'll do another live stream next week, but I'd want to conclude this for today. Hope you guys found this helpful. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell button next to it to stay notified, and make sure to head over to our website, pinnacletrading.us, and you can join the chat room with a 1-week free trial, clicking that join now button. If you want to see our membership options, we do have a simple month-to-month plan pricing, or 6 and 12 months, and with the diamond plan, includes one-to-one mentorship access at 30 minutes per week. With the gold and upward, includes options, investing, alerts, and swing trading alerts, everything that you see in my video so far. So hope you guys had a great live stream experience. Again, this is my second one that I've done, so forgive me for the mouse and video lagging a little bit, but I hope you guys found this helpful. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and again, I'll see you guys later in the chat room.